Oftentimes we're asked if a user can view the raw data which makes up a specific visualization in a dashboard. Of course, the purpose of Reveal is to aggregate data and display that in charts. The charts don't have the raw data, so all the raw data is back in your server. The problem with asking about raw data is that you could have a Snowflake database with tens of millions of rows of data that makes up a chart with 3 simple bars. There's no way to actually show the raw data. However, there are techniques you can use which will give you the ability to display raw data. What we're going to do today is look at dashboard linking and how you can use this feature in Reveal to give your users a view of the data that makes up a specific visualization. There are 2 places to go to learn about dashboard linking. First is the documentation. There's a linking topic underneath using the Reveal view. And then the second place is looking at the SDK samples JavaScript, linking dashboards UI in the GitHub Reveal BI repository. What I have today is 2 dashboards, a shipping analysis dashboard, and I have the details of that shipping analysis dashboard. So this is 830 records that's coming from a view in my Azure SQL database. And in my shipping analysis dashboard, I have various visualizations that are made up of those 830 records. You can clearly see I'm not showing 830 records in any of these visualizations, which is really what Reveal does. It takes those 830 records and it will give a visualization with whatever I'm asking for in the editor. Now, in all cases, what I've done here, if we go to edit on these visualizations, is I've added a data filter and I've asked only for the top 30 items in these charts. So this is actually even returning less data than you normally would have. So each of these is the top 30. And if we look at this, it's all of the records. This is all 830 records in the database. So what I'm going to do my dashboard linking is I'm in edit mode already. I'm going to edit the average freight by customer visualization. So I'll click edit. I'll go over to settings and I'll go down to the bottom of the settings and you'll see the link button. So I'll click the plus button and I want to do a dashboard link. So I'm going to go ahead and select a dashboard. The dialog pops up here and it is showing me all of the dashboards that are available on my server except the dashboard I'm editing. You can see I have my freight details dashboard. So I'm going to select that dashboard and I want to do 2 links for this specific dashboard. The first one is going to link to the specific customer data. So you can see that I can update the name with a variable from the data set. And I can also link the filter between this dashboard and my freight details dashboard, the current dashboard that I'm editing and the dashboard that I'm going to. There are like fields, the customer ID and the customer ID. They will match. If they match, they will filter. I'll click done and I will click create link. You can see here that the trigger for this link is when the value is selected and I want to open freight details for a specific customer. Let's add a second link. We'll select the same dashboard and I'm going to change this to open all freight details. In this case, we'll view all of the records. I will not pass a filter. The other thing to note here is you can also navigate to other URLs and pass variables to that based on a filter in the dashboard. So in this case, if I wanted to go to infragistics.com/ and I wanted to pass that customer ID, I could do that. And so it would navigate to that URL. We're not going to do that for this demo. We are going to do this dashboard link. I will create the link and I will check the box. And before I save this dashboard, I am going to edit my average freight by country. And I will also add a similar dashboard link here. So let's go ahead and select the same dashboard, freight analysis. And I'm not going to connect the customer ID. I'm going to say open all freight details, create link. However, the difference in this trigger will be visualization is maximized versus visualization selected. And we'll see how that behaves when we save the dashboard. So let's go ahead and save the dashboard. And now when I hover over this visualization, average freight by customers, you can see that my tooltip has some additional filter options. So for example, if I go to save A, I can open the freight details for Save A. Now this dashboard's refreshed, and the only details displayed are for Save A, and this will be 31 records. If I click back, and on any of these, I just say open all freight details, this gives me all 830 rows. And if I go to my average freight by country, instead of the maximize button here, I have the link button. And when I click the link button, it just takes me directly to the freight details dashboard, which has all 830 records. So this is how easy it is to create a scenario where you can view the underlying data through dashboard linking. The caution here is treat Reveal just like you would treat any other line of business application. It is probably not wise from a performance perspective to attempt to load tens of thousands of records into a chart or a grid or anything on the client. Always look at the performance of your application when you're designing how to pull data back for your users. Another option you might consider is a custom visualization. For example, using the Infragistics Ignite UI data grids, which fully support virtualized rows and columns and can handle any number of records.